The airport buzzed with noise, rolling suitcases, boarding calls, laughter echoing through glass halls. For most, it was the start of a new adventure. For Anna, it was just another exhausting stop in the struggle called survival. She stood near the check-in counter with her 6-year-old son, Leo, who clutched a small stuffed airplane with fading wings. His energy was endless, a beautiful contrast to his mother's quiet weariness. Anna brushed a strand of hair from her face. The fluorescent lights made her look even paler, the long shifts cleaning offices catching up with her. Her clothes were neat but simple, her shoes worn. Every step carried the weight of responsibility. "Mommy, can we get orange juice?" Leo tugged her sleeve, eyes hopeful. "After we check in, okay," she said softly, counting the last few bills in her wallet. Every dollar was precious. Groceries, rent, medicine, and now, the bus fare waiting at home. She never let Leo see how close to the edge they really were. Their flight was delayed. The announcement blared again, and Anna sighed. She sat on a nearby bench, pulling Leo close as he leaned against her shoulder. She closed her eyes for a moment. She wasn't supposed to cry in public. Not anymore. Then she heard it, a voice. Familiar. Calm, deep, confident. The kind of voice that once made her heart race. Her eyes flew open. Across the terminal, a man stood surrounded by assistants and bodyguards. Tall, sharp, impeccably dressed. He was giving instructions to a group of staff members who looked at him like he was something more than human, a leader, a force. And in that instant, she knew. Daniel Hart, her first love, her almost forever. The memories hit her like a wave. The late-night talks in the university library. His laugh when she'd sneak him cheap coffee before exams. His promise under the rain, "When I come back, we'll start our life together." But he never came back. At least, not for her. Anna's breath caught in her throat. She'd seen his name before, in magazines, on billboards, in headlines. Daniel Hart. From student dreamer to tech industry giant. He had become the CEO of Hart Tech, a company worth millions. She should have been happy for him. Instead, she felt small, invisible, a shadow of who she once was. She lowered her head, hoping he wouldn't see her. Her life was nothing like his now. He belonged to a world of tailored suits and private jets. She was a single mom trying to make it to payday. But fate wasn't kind enough to let her hide. Daniel turned, his eyes scanning the crowd, and then stopped. On her. Their gazes met. The noise of the airport faded into silence. Her heartbeat thundered in her chest, too fast, too loud. He blinked once, disbelief flashing in his expression, then recognition, and something softer. "Anna," he said quietly, taking a step closer. She stood frozen. His voice, that same warmth, that same tone, pulled her backward in time. She forced a polite smile. "Hello, Daniel. It's been a long time." Daniel looked stunned. I can't believe it. After all these years." Before she could answer, a small hand tugged her skirt. "Mommy, who's that man?" Daniel looked down, and his gaze met Leo's curious green eyes. The color, the spark, identical to his own. For a moment, he forgot how to breathe. Anna noticed his shock, and a flicker of panic crossed her face. She placed a protective hand on her son's shoulder. "Leo, this is an old friend. Say hello." Leo waved shyly. "Hi." Daniel smiled faintly, but his mind was racing. Old friend. Was that really all they were now? And the boy, could it be? No, he told himself. Don't assume. Not here. He looked at Anna again. The same kindness in her eyes, but hidden behind exhaustion. She was thinner now, more fragile, but there was still that quiet grace that once drew him in completely. "Where are you heading?" he asked, trying to keep his tone casual. "Home," she replied. "Just home." A silence lingered between them, filled with unspoken things, the weight of years, and everything that could have been. Daniel's assistant returned. "Sir, your car is ready." He didn't move. He couldn't. For the first time in years, Daniel Hart, the man who owned boardrooms and made million-dollar deals, felt speechless. Anna shifted, breaking the spell. "It was nice seeing you again, Daniel. Take care." She took Leo's hand and started to walk away. Daniel turned, watching her disappear into the crowd, the woman he once loved, and the little boy whose eyes wouldn't leave his mind. Something deep in your son. Daniel's voice came out low, almost hesitant. Anna nodded. Yes, Leo. The boy smiled, showing a small gap where his front tooth had fallen out. Hi, he said cheerfully, holding up his toy airplane. We're going home. Daniel crouched down to meet the child's eye level, his expensive watch glinting under the bright airport lights. You like airplanes? I love them. I'm going to fly one when I grow up. Daniel smiled, though his chest felt tight. You've got big dreams. Anna's fingers curled protectively around Leo's shoulder. He's always been like that, she said softly. Dreams keep us going. For a moment, Daniel said nothing. His world, his assistants, his schedule, his million-dollar meetings, seemed to fade around the small boy and the woman he once promised forever. Then the boarding announcement echoed overhead. Anna took a step back. We should go. Our flight's boarding soon. But Daniel couldn't let her walk away again. Not like this. Anna, please, he said, reaching out slightly. Just a few minutes. Please. Something in his voice, gentle but desperate, made her pause. She nodded slowly. Okay. A few minutes. They found a quiet corner in the waiting lounge. The glass walls overlooked the runway, where planes rose and vanished into the clouds. Daniel's assistant hovered nearby, but with a single glance, Daniel dismissed him. Now, it was just the two of them, and the silence of everything left unsaid. Memories and regrets. Daniel looked at her, really looked at her. I tried to find you, he began. After college, I went to your old apartment, called everyone we knew. You were just gone. Anna stared at the floor. I moved out after my father got sick. I had to drop out and take care of him. We lost the house, and things got complicated. He nodded slowly. And then, I met someone, she said, her tone flat. It didn't work out. He left before Leo was born. There it was, the truth, quiet but sharp enough to cut through him. Daniel's throat tightened. You've been raising him alone all this time. She smiled, but it was a tired smile. Yes, he's my world. He gives me a reason to keep trying. Daniel leaned back, guilt flashing across his eyes. If I'd known. You couldn't have, Anna interrupted. You were building your life, Daniel. You had dreams. And I had to learn to survive. Her words were calm, but he could hear the pain beneath them. He remembered the girl who once believed in love more than anything, who used to say, as long as we have each other, we'll be fine. Now, she spoke like someone who'd learned to stop expecting miracles. The offer. Daniel took a deep breath. Anna, I know this sounds crazy, but, let me help you. Her head snapped up. Help me, I mean. He hesitated, searching for the right words. You don't have to do this alone. I have connections, resources. I could find you a better job, a place to live, a school for Leo. Daniel, stop. Her voice was sharp, trembling. I'm not your charity project. He flinched slightly. That's not what I meant. She looked away, blinking back tears. You don't understand. For years, people looked at me with pity. I don't need that from you. Not from the man who once made me believe in forever. Daniel's expression softened. Anna, I never stopped thinking about you. The words hung between them, fragile and real. She closed her eyes for a moment, then whispered, we were kids, Daniel. Life changed. People change. Maybe, he said quietly, but not how I feel when I look at you. Her breath caught. She wanted to tell him to stop, to remind him that she didn't belong in his world anymore, but her heart betrayed her, beating faster, remembering everything she tried to forget. The goodbye. The final boarding call echoed through the terminal. Anna stood up, brushing away invisible dust. We have to go. Daniel rose too, panic flickering across his face. At least take my number. Please. He reached into his pocket and handed her a sleek white business card. His name embossed in silver. Daniel Hart, CEO, Hart Tech Industries. Daniel, I don't think. Anna, listen. His voice dropped to a whisper. This isn't about money. If you ever need anything at all, just call me. I mean it. Her eyes lingered on his for a heartbeat too long. She wanted to say something. Thank you, goodbye, maybe even I missed you. but all that came out was a quiet, "Take care, Daniel." She turned and walked away, Leo's small hand tucked safely in hers. Daniel watched her until she disappeared beyond the gate. He stood there long after her plane took off, staring out at the clouds where she vanished. And for the first time in years, the man who had everything realized what he was missing. He whispered to himself, "This time, I'll find you again, Anna. I promise." Anna sat by the window of the airplane, her son asleep beside her. She looked down at the card in her hand, tracing the embossed letters with her finger. For a long time, she believed her chapter with Daniel was over. But now, for the first time in years, something deep inside her dared to hope. She tucked the card safely into her bag, unaware that destiny wasn't done with them yet. His chest whispered, "Don't let her go again." And though he didn't yet know how, Daniel's heart silently promised himself he would find her, and this time, he wouldn't let fate decide for them.